Okay, let's talk about this because the one device you probably have with you right now, your iPhone, is on the verge of a massive change. And it's all about a name we all know and, well, sometimes get frustrated with, Siri. But this isn't going to be the Siri you know, not by a long shot.
You know the feeling, right? You ask Siri to do something that seems pretty basic, and all you get back is a link to a web search. It's that moment where you just kind of sigh and think, great, I could have just typed that in myself. We've all been there.
Well, it looks like that era of frustration might finally be over. The big news is that Apple is reportedly giving Siri a complete brain transplant, powered by some seriously powerful new AI. We're talking about Siri's big comeback story.
So before we get into what's new, we have to talk about why this is such a big deal. Let's look at the problem with the Siri we have right now and, why it feels so outdated.
This chart really just says it all. The old Siri is built for very specific commands, like set an alarm for 7 a.m. But modern AI chatbots, they understand the flow of a real conversation. It's the difference between a tool that just grabs a single fact and an assistant that can actually summarize a long article or create a new email for you. It's rigid versus fluid.
And here's the technical reason why. The Siri we have now is basically working off a script, a preset list of things it knows how to do. If you say the magic words, it works perfectly. But the second you try to improvise or go off script, the whole system just grinds to a halt and gets confused.
But all of that is about to change. Apple is about to give Siri a brand new brain, and it's built on something called conversational AI.
So what is this brain? It's what we call generative AI, and it's powered by these things called large language models, or LLMs. Now, here's the key difference. This kind of AI doesn't just find information, it understands context and it can create totally new stuff like text, summaries, you name it. It's a generator, not just a search engine.
And this is a really big piece of the puzzle. Apple isn't just buying this tech from another company. They are building their own large language models from the ground up. That's huge because it means they can bake this AI deep into the iPhone system and, most importantly, control the privacy aspect of it all, which is, Apple's whole thing.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, first, it means Siri will finally understand how people actually talk, with all the messy, natural parts of a conversation. Second, it'll be able to handle complex, multi-step requests. And finally, it's going to become a true chatbot that's built right into your phone, working across all your apps.
Okay, the tech is cool, I get it. But what does this actually do for you? How is this going to change how you use your phone every day? Let's get into what this new super assistant could actually pull off.
Just look at some of these examples. Imagine saying, summarize the last 5 emails from my boss, and it just does it. Or, find all the pictures of my dog from last summer and make a slideshow. Think about that. It would have to open photos, identify your dog, find the dates, create a project, all from one sentence. You could ask it to move a file, share it, and then let you know when the other person opens it. It's incredible.
And that's really the core idea here. This is a fundamental change. Siri is moving from being just a voice assistant that answers questions to being an intelligent agent that can actually do things for you. It's not just an assistant anymore, it's an action taker.
Now, of course, Apple isn't doing this in a bubble. This massive upgrade is a huge strategic move in a very competitive race to basically own the future of AI. For a while now, it's felt like all the AI buzz has been around Google's Gemini and Microsoft's Copilot. A lot of people were starting to wonder if Apple was falling behind. Well, this new Siri is Apple's answer. It's their big play to jump right back into the race, and maybe even lead it by integrating AI in that seamless, private way only they can. So, when is this all happening? We won't have to wait too long. The big reveal is expected at Apple's big developer conference, WWDC, this summer. And if everything goes according to plan, we could have this new, super smart Siri on our phones with iOS 18 in the fall. So, with Apple finally making its move, the whole AI landscape is about to get a major shakeup. The race is officially on, and it really leaves us with this one huge, fascinating question. Who is going to win? Who's going to build the world's most helpful, most intuitive, and most trusted AI assistant? The next year or so is going to be really interesting to watch.